Good morning, Muscatine, and happy Monday. Hopefully you all are staying very hydrated. It's going to be very hot these next couple days, so have water with you. With that being said, I have coffee right now, but I've been drinking plenty of water during this time. As always, I always like to start off with our sponsors. So first off, Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper's Cycling and Fitness, and our two newest ones, Muscatine County Fair and Bayer of Muscatine. A couple weeks ago, I had Mr. Tony Tone on the show, and he talked about the lip sync battle at the Mississippi Brew. There's another one on June 14th at 5 o'clock. It's a free event, and if you don't want to battle, they need an audience, so come out, join them. It's going to be outdoors. It will be hot, so drink water, but also there's going to be raffles, silent auctions, and 20% of the sales that are going to be made for that evening will be donated to that night at the YMCA Youth and Teen Program. So it's a really great cause. Go out, have fun, whether you are part of a team or you just want to go out and celebrate and cheer on everyone that is performing. Be sure to do that. That is June 14th at 5 o'clock, Mississippi Brew on their outdoor patio. And continuing going purple this month for Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. You all know I am a big supporter of this. I'm part of the Walk to End ALZ board. My husband has witnessed this firsthand by losing his mother, and now we're seeing it within his father. So paint the town purple this month of June. Everything that you can do, and be a part of the walk. Make a team, go online, alz.com/walk. Find Muscatine, make a team with your friends, make a team with your business, be a part of this. It's a great cause. The walk is in September, and it's during a Almost Friday Fest, so it's a 2-day event for that one, so it's even better. We're gonna have music cheering us on from the crowds there walking. Also, speaking of purple, it is the Muskie Cheer Squad is doing the Driveway Muskie M's. So the perfect way to be a part of the Muskie team and painting the town purple is get an M in your driveway. So a new M is $35, and if you want to touch up, it's $30. You email gomuskiepalms@gmail.com or go to the Muscatine Community School District, the dance team, or the Palms Facebook page, and they have all the ordering information there. So if you want to add some purple to your home and to your driveway, get that M on your driveway. We came across something interesting. Now, you all know I'm a nutrition coach at Impact, so I don't necessarily recommend these, but they're pretty entertaining to look at. So these are the Bob Ross Positive Energy Drinks. And just the label, I mean, who doesn't love Bob Ross? Everyone loves him. So they got some interesting ones. This one is the Joy of Calm sparkling beverage. And then, I mean, we love Pac-Man. I mean, who doesn't? They're just so much fun. So they're 2 for $4, but here's the reason why I'm not a huge fan of them. I look at the nutrition facts. There's 36 grams of added sugar to this. And to me, I'm gonna crash within an hour after drinking this. But you might get a lot done during that time, but they're just very pretty to look at, because who doesn't love Bob Ross? And then we found this, Duff, a sparkling beverage. This is orange flavor, so if you want kind of that old nostalgic of The Simpsons, crack open a Duff.
Simpsons, that was like my era. It's making me feel kind of old there.
It still continues. It never ends. Now, this person next to me, she's kind of cool. She's really cool, actually. This is Kristal from the Salvation Army of Muscatine, and there's a lot of new things and some fun summer events coming up that I'd love to talk about. So hello and good morning.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Yes. So we were told that we have to be on our best behavior.
Yes, I usually come with a disclaimer. I made sure that Greg threw that all out there before, you know, he just signed off on this. Greg, thank you.
Greg's awesome though.
You guys told me you can't bleep anything out. We're
Correct.
live, so
yes.
Going to be very careful here. So just bear with me.
Choice of words. So tell us, what do you do at Salvation Army?
I am the Pathway of Hope coordinator. which means the Pathway of Hope is a program, case management program for anybody that is trying to just kind of better their life situation, whatever it may be. I guess the technical thing that we want to say is that it is for parents that, you know, anybody that has children. It could be maybe it could be grandparents that are raising their grandchildren,
okay.
or if you have like a child in your home that you're kind of
Being that parental
yes.
guardian. Okay.
And if you need any kind of support or help, we do case management, but it's just simply like whatever the client needs.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of case management programs throughout, you know, every county. I think a lot of organizations have their own case management built into it, but those might be geared more towards, like, if it's DHS case management, that may be more towards like the, you know, the things that they're wanting the families to get done to meet their, you know, their case plans.
Okay.
Ours at the Salvation Army, we're not really tied into anything other than just, you know, being there for people when they need
Just
support and
a helping
help.
hand.
So it's a client-driven program. So I really meet the clients where they're at, kind of get to know them a little bit, and I want them to be the main driver of their case. And, you know, I don't want to be the one telling them what to do. I want to empower them, and I want to be there with them, helping them, but I want them to kind of take the lead, and I can push them a little bit if they need it, or I can stand back if they don't need it. I just kind of, each client is different and they all have different needs. So say I'm needing help, how do I get a hold of you? Or, you know, yes.
Does it ever get like that awkward point of, you know, I don't want to admit it, or how do I kind of just say, hey, I need your help?
A lot of my clients come in through other referrals.
Okay.
So if they are working with the HOPES program, they are pretty good about, I haven't met the lady that runs that program yet that's in charge of that, the case manager for that, but she has referred a few people over, which is great. Some clients, like if they're leaving that program, and it's great if she's like, well, you know, they're doing great, but maybe they could just use a little bit of support yet, you know, then they can refer to me and they can come in and we'll kind of pick up where they left off if they'd already kind of been on a pretty good run with things that, you know, goals that they've been meeting. We want to kind of keep that going and keep the momentum going. If people come in to get food at the food pantry at the Salvation Army, if we know that they have children, then the secretary can just say, hey, have you talked, you know, do you know about the Pathway of Hope's program?
Oh, good.
Would this be something you'd be interested in? Here's a flyer. I can give you more information if you like. But we don't shove it down anybody's throat. You know, we provide the information if they want it. Even if it's not good for right now for somebody, at least I like them to have the information, because down the road something might come up, or it may not be right for them, or they may not need it, but they might not have a friend or a sister or somebody that can use it. So
I love the referral portion of it. So an announcement was just made of a couple new lieutenants within Muscatine.
Yes.
So I love Greg and Elizabeth Bock. Gonna be missing them so much.
Yes.
So they've got some shoes to fill.
They do, and
I love the information I've seen so far about them.
And it's funny that Greg chose me to be the one to come on and cover that, because I'm the newest at the Salvation Army.
Okay.
I've been there since October.
Okay.
So there's staff there that has been there like the whole 4 years with the box.
Yeah.
But I'm the one that's a hot mess in the board meeting when they announce it. You know what I mean? And I just finally, like, I'm going to be okay here. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of getting in the groove, and I'm like, this is going to be okay. I had just left a job that I had been at for 6 years, and I had loved it tremendously and so passionate about it, and it just wasn't a good fit for me anymore. But I really struggled to make that decision to leave. Okay. And when I did, it was very hard. And I'm like, I'm never going to find another place again that just felt like home, and I loved it so much, and I loved my clients.
And the box had open arms.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I interviewed with them, Liz is amazing, and she made me feel at ease right away. Greg's amazing. At first, Greg, I love you, but at first I thought, oh, he's a little different. But he's nice. Sorry, Greg. But when I got in there from day one, you know, they're like, you're family now. Greg's like, you're family now when you're here. That's just how it is. And I'm like, okay. And they're amazing. So I'm just getting like settled and comfortable and okay with kind of make the decisions that I'd make that kind of landed me here with the Salvation Army. And then I heard, there was talk about like this 4 to 5 year plan thing. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? The other coworkers, and they're like, oh, they move the lieutenants around. Like they're only in one spot for like 4 to 5 years. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're like, no.
Right. And they're like, oh, but Liz and Greg have been here for like 4 years. So this, we don't know, but this could be like, we don't know if they'll get a call. Or I'm like, what are you talking about? So I don't do change well at all. And it's been a lot of change. And then that on top of it, it's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
So I might need to kind of tie them up and put them in the basement. I'm not sure yet, but that's just between me and you though.
Okay.
Don't want that out in public just in case. But yeah, so it's been hard for all of us actually. They are people that you love them. I mean, they're amazing. They're so good to work for and with, and it's going to be hard.
Have you met the new lieutenants yet?
No.
Okay.
I actually just seen their picture this morning on Greg's Facebook post.
Okay.
And I kind of looked at them and I'm like, okay, I kind of get an okay feeling from them because I wasn't, you know what I mean? It's just like I have a Greg and Liz costume that I'm having made, and I'm going to ask them to wear it while they're there. I might let them take it off if they're okay people, but time will tell. Time will tell.
We're going to need to see this photo when it happens.
Yes.
Or you just have these, get the dummies and put it on, and Greg and Liz will always be, they'll be the welcoming as you open the doors, and they're the first 2 people you see.
Yes, yeah. Or else cardboard cutouts of Greg and Liz are going to be all over the office.
Yes,
so.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a perfect gift.
It is.
That would be a great kind of, we miss you, we love you, you're always here with us.
Yes. I don't know how the new people will think of that, but we'll see. We'll find out.
They look like 2 really fun people, though.
Seth Rogen. Does he look like Seth Rogen?
Oh, no. Now I got to look up this photo.
He does, right? I think he does.
Now I got to look at him again.
Yeah, because I seen that, and my husband's like, well, what do you think? I'm like, oh, here's the new people. And my husband's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, good vibes. I'm getting good vibes from them, and I'm a pretty good reader of people. So.
And I think they were both from the Muscatine area prior, and I cannot remember, so do not quote me on this.
Is that true?
I do not remember this. Do not quote me on this, but hopefully we meet them this week at the Volunteer and Leadership Dinner.
Are they going to be there?
That's what I said. I hope that we meet them.
I'm the chairman of the board for that, pulling that party together, so it would be nice if they could be there.
Shouldn't you know this?
Well, that's what you just said that. I'm like, we talked that it would be nice if they could be there because it would be an excellent way for them to come in and kind of get the vibe, the upbeat vibe of what's going on, and just to kind of jump right in where Greg and Liz, are leaving. So I hope they can be there. If they're watching, please be there. Let me know ahead of time, and I will be prepared for you.
Speaking of the Volunteer and Leadership Dinner, now, I know you said you've been here since October, but is this a yearly event?
Yes, from what I'm told.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say this is our first time ever going. So Scott and I, we always like to do December 23rd, we go out and do the Red Kettle Fitness. So normally Greg hangs out in the kettle while my husband does. So this year.
Oh, your husband was the burpee guy.
Yes, that's my husband.
I watched that. Okay.
That was my husband. December 23rd goes out and does burpees. Last year they did squats, and so that's our fundraiser that we do for the Salvation Army every single year.
I'm more than happy to kind of fill Greg's shoes if I need to until these other people are, if they're gonna, I don't know what roles they're gonna be comfortable in. Maybe they'll jump right in and do all that community stuff, but if not, I'm willing to help, but I'm not going to do burpees.
No, I won't do burpees either. I'm normally the one in charge of keeping track of the money because they'll do it in person and virtually. So you and I will go hang out in the Red Kettle with a bunch of heaters.
Hey, I can sleep in the Red Kettle.
Yeah,
I can do that.
We will go hang out in the kettle while he does the fitness part, and then we just have to tell him how many, I think, burpees or squats we have to do.
I get to really be in the kettle and do nothing and just yell at him to be like, 5 more.
Yes.
I can do that perfectly. I love that.
That's what I do at home.
So excited.
So yes.
This will be fun.
Sorry, Scott. We get to stay warm while you get to Well, hey, we're doing the work because we have to keep track of the money.
Right. We do the mind work.
We do the mental part of it. He does the physical part of it.
I'm not good at math either, so you might have to tell me what numbers to use.
No, calculators.
Okay.
Calculators will be our friend.
I got this.
So tell me, what is something that Muscatine can do to help out at the Salvation Army? There's a lot.
Well, one thing that I have not really got to jump into yet is my networking within Muscatine. So I'm anxious to be able to be in a place to where I can finally get out and start meeting everybody that I'm working with. One thing I will say before we jump into what they can do is I'm from a different county that I worked in, and Muscatine seems to be doing amazing with their social services and their homelessness. I'm amazed because the area that I come from, people didn't seem to work together that well. It just seems so like everybody just seems to work together here for the better of the clients, which is how it should be across the board, no matter what county you're in. Because at the end of the day, it's about the clients and what they need. It's not about us personally. We need to put all that aside and just do what we can do best for the people that need it. And I think Muscatine seems to have it together here. I want to throw that out there. Congratulations. They're doing amazing work here, it seems like. So
I would say, growing up in Iowa City, I never heard good things about Muscatine, and it wasn't until I moved here that all of those stereotypes were like, I'm not seeing a single one of these. Muscatine has such a strong built community that is the strongest I've ever seen in any place that I've ever lived.
So even outside of the social service arena, you would say just all across the board?
All across the board.
And it's amazing from what a little bit I've experienced so far since I've been working here. It's amazing. And more people need to come and look at it and study it and take it back to where they're working from and say, let's do it like this.
Yeah.
Because it just seems to be amazing. I'm proud to be working here now. So
good.
Yeah.
And where did you live prior to Muscatine?
What county did I work in?
Yeah.
After I said all that, Des Moines County.
Oh, Des Moines County. Okay.
Yep. So Des Moines County is great too. It's just things ran a little bit different here, and things go so smoothly. So what can Muscatine do? First of all, I want to invite everybody to come into the Salvation Army. I think a lot of people think, I don't belong there. People need it worse than I do. I'm not going to go, I don't need the bread or whatever it is that they can provide. I don't need it. Other people need it worse than I do. If you have a need, come in. There's plenty to go around. We're not short on things. If somebody has a need, we've been able to usually meet that. If we're not able to meet it directly, then we're not just going to send them out the door. We're going to help make phone calls until they get a connection somewhere.
Okay.
We're going to go that extra mile, not just to push them out the door if we can't help. And I feel like the more eyes we have in the building at different times, the more opportunities that are going to come to the Salvation Army just from exposure. So even if you aren't the type of person that is needing resources, maybe you're the type of person that can come in and maybe see something and be like, oh, that makes me think about this. I can do this, or I have some friends that might be able to help there. So come in. If you're driving by, stop by, say hi. Get to know us, and just look around.
Yeah, there's no harm with just saying just a simple introduction.
Yes. And it's networking is huge. It's huge, and I love to network, and all across the board. And it's the people that aren't normally part of that kind of network that are the ones that we want to. Yeah. Because any gaps that there are, those are the people that kind of fill those gaps. So everybody's welcome to come in anytime, and we don't want to ever turn anybody away if they want to volunteer, if they have things to donate. Now, we don't have a store anymore, so there's a lot of people still think that there's a store here in town, I'm guessing, because a lot of people still call, want to know the hours or what can they donate. But with my program, with the Pathway Hope program, I do try to keep stuff on stock. So if my clients have a need, I'd like to be able to provide, laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels. Because if I can give them those kind of items, and then they can take that money they would spend on that and put it towards rent or a car repair, it's just better done that way.
Have you had to help with like the baby formula and the shortage come across that at all yet?
No. Matter of fact, I think since October, I've maybe only seen 2 cans of baby formula.
Okay.
There's probably been more, but as far as like I've seen.
Yep.
And diapers, you know, we have a diaper program there too, to where you don't have to be a client of mine to get diapers. We have just like the diaper bank. We get diapers through the diaper bank here in Muscatine.
Okay.
And if anybody has a child in diapers and they have a need, they can come in. And it's not an application process or anything. It's just to kind of put your name down, your address, and the name of the child the diapers are for. And they can come in once a month and get a pack of diapers and wipes if we have them.
That's awesome.
It may not seem like a lot to some people, but if you have a need,
they're not cheap.
They're not cheap, and one pack could make the difference between making it from, you know, Wednesday to payday.
Yeah, exactly.
And unless you've ever been out of diapers, you're not going to understand, you know, how even that simplest package of diapers could, like,
It makes a big
it
difference.
does make a big difference. And then, of course, if we have extra diapers through the Salvation Army that's been donated, we can give those too if we have them.
Good.
Along with the diaper bank diapers that we have, if there's a need.
Okay.
You know, maybe it's not a Wednesday to Friday. Maybe it's a first of the month till the end of the month.
Yeah.
You know, let us give you a couple extra packs to get you through. So.
Yeah, I've experienced that. You know, especially the daycare will text me and say, "Hey, out of diapers," and so all of a sudden those diapers that I had here at the house, I'm like, I have to go to the daycare. I'm like, oh well, shoot.
Right.
Yeah. So
Now-
that anything could happen at any moment. So just being able to go
Absolutely.
over, it's just helpful. So when it comes to volunteering, what can volunteers do? Can they come in just day of, or they need to let you know ahead of time?
And I don't want to answer that like completely because
Okay.
I do know that I think if they're doing certain things, they do have to like have some stuff ran, like do an application.
Okay, kind of a
And,
background.
There's a safe from harm
Okay.
training that we should all have at some point, but I don't know if every volunteer has to do that or if they're working in certain sectors. I'm not sure.
I know, looking at the Facebook page, there are times they will announce that, you know, looking for volunteers. So following the Facebook page is a really great way to just stay up to date on events, whether
That's how I find out about everything.
and Facebook is just so easy.
Greg.
So I saw on Facebook, first week of June they were looking for volunteers for a particular subject or an activity of that day. So those are just simple ones to kind of just be on the lookout for. You know, we've got a bunch of the Muscatine community chat pages that are very easy to follow up. So best way to stay in touch and up to date with Salvation Army is following the Facebook. Do you guys
Right.
do a newsletter or anything?
There is a newsletter, but I think it's from headquarters.
Okay.
I don't think we do a specific.
Not one just
Not-
for the community?
Right.
Okay.
I think that's where most of the information I think is posted on Facebook.
Okay.
And I encourage everybody to share that page.
Yeah.
If you see it and you have it, share it. Because the more, like I said, the more we get the information out there.
And it's one button. You just have to hit share now.
Right. Exactly.
Done.
Exactly.
Takes a minute of your day just to help out.
Yeah, and I don't know that people know that we can rent out the building for like graduation.
I did not know that.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, look at that.
I know. So if you have a family dinner you want to put together and you have a large family and your kitchen isn't big enough, rent the space there. We just did a graduation party. I think we had there this weekend.
Nice. I had no idea. Look at that. I learned something new.
Right. And we're like, we work off of a budget and like funding and stuff, which mostly Muscatine.
Yes.
You guys are amazing with the funding. It's amazing the amount of things that Muscatine is willing to give to support to the people in need. It's amazing. Bravo again. You know, if there's anybody that wants to, I don't know, is there gardeners in town? You know, we could use plant, you know, if you think the sign could use plants out front, you know, we're more than welcome to say, hey, if somebody stop in and say, hey, you know, I can plant these out front.
Oh,
go ahead,
pretty.
Go for it.
Decorate
little
it.
things that people don't think about.
When you're right across the street from the Musser playground.
Yes.
And that's always a fun one.
Is it?
I'm
new to, I'm not only am I new to working at Muscatine, but I'm like new, even though I've lived like 5 minutes away, like most of my life, Muscatine was not our go-to. I lived in Louisa County, so
Okay.
I feel like people of Louisa County, either you're a Burlington person or you're a Muscatine person.
Yes.
And you kind of just go one way or the
One
other.
way.
And we were Burlington people.
Okay.
So of course, I've been in Muscatine several times, but not really. I don't doctor here. I do now.
Yeah.
But I didn't doctor here. We didn't grocery shop here. Didn't work here. So,
Yeah, my almost 2-year-old loves that playground. And
yeah, so I don't know a lot yet about.
Oh yeah. The only thing he doesn't like is there's a little, like one of those rocking back and forth motorcycles. And
on the spring?
Yeah, on the spring.
Have you gotten on that? Those are so fun.
I haven't, but he did, and he stood up and then went forward. So he hasn't liked it since. So that's the one thing at that Mustard Playground that he does not like. So speaking of gardens, by the way, did you know today is National Weed Your Garden Day?
I did.
So one, it's a great way to utilize movement if you do not go to the gym, but it is National Weed Your Garden Day.
I did pull some weeds this morning.
It looks like it's about to rain, which I'm okay with. If it wants to rain, give us some rain, please. But what else do you have for me? Any other fun information?
So I guess we could talk a little bit more about the Volunteer Appreciation Night, which is going to be this Thursday. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone? And it starts, I believe it starts at 5:30 and will go to 7:30, and that's invite only.
Yep.
And then at 7:30 we will probably kind of dismiss. I don't want to say dismiss because we will hope everybody stays and enjoys the second half of the evening. But the first half is we wanted to give to the volunteers and do the appreciation. We didn't want to overshadow that with the Box leaving. So it's like, how can we do both, but give them both the respect that they deserve? You know, we don't want one to take away from the other. So we came up with, we'll do the dinner for the first portion of the evening, and then we'll kind of dismiss that portion and then welcome them to stay if they like. And then it's open to the public. Anybody can come in at 7:30 and stay as long as you want. Come in and say hi and leave. Not all night, but you know, for a while. You come in for a while, and just see the Box. You know, if you knew them at all and you know Greg or know Liz, it'd be a great time just to say best wishes and thanks for all you did, because it sounds like Greg has done quite a bit since he's been here.
Yes. For the couple years that I've been able to get to know him, and that was just mainly just because of us volunteering, coming up with the kind of the fitness Red Kettle. I don't know what we're calling it. It used to be called Red Kettle Squats or Red Kettle Fitness. But just the support that he put into it and just seeing what he does, and it was mainly like the Christmas time that when I got to really know him, that living in that Red Kettle, it's the dedication and heart that he has and his family has that has made him such a...
He's a people person.
He is very much so a people person, and he's became such like a model with Muscatine.
I thought you were going to say mom for a minute.
No, model.
Mom.
No, Liz is the mom.
Yes, Liz is his backbone too.
Yes.
I want to say he's crazy all over the place. She's the one tying everything up.
Yes,
for sure. They're amazing together.
She's incredible. A few months ago, it was a bunch of us here, and it was Tony on this side and Greg Bock was sitting here. They did a waffle eating contest. Oh. And Greg literally took that waffle and folded it up and just shoved the whole thing in his mouth.
Did he win?
Well, Tony was slowly eating. He was enjoying his waffle.
Oh, well.
One was enjoying it. One was like, oh no, this is a competition. It's happening. So he's just so fun-loving and just always has an amazing positivity to himself.
Yes. And
what's that?
Oh, and
I think
he's done. I watched a video where they were doing that at their house. All the Thanksgiving leftovers, they were just throwing on him.
That was another fundraiser he did. Anytime that people donated money, he was either getting pie or we donated, I don't remember if it was like 50 or 75 bucks, and it was like a concoction of just everything, I think.
Like the more money you donated, maybe did they throw extra things in?
Yeah.
The pot?
His kids were having so much fun that day. They were just having a blast.
I'm like a neat freak, so I was sitting there watching, going, "Oh my gosh, that's in their living room. Oh my gosh, there's probably going to be pie on the floor. Oh no."
Oh, he took like a picture of like the aftermath.
I think they had a pretty big piece of plastic down.
Yes, they had like a tarp down, so that was kind of the
Yes.
the safety measure. I
Yes.
couldn't imagine doing that, but it's every time that I've seen him, he's just such a positive, bright person.
He's very, very much so a people person, and you know, he is who he is. That's why I think I enjoy him so much, because we're a lot alike. I think we're both kind of like, whoa, a squirrel, but yet we still get things done.
Yes.
And we put our whole heart into it, and he is who he is.
Oh my gosh.
And was a good fit for me, because I am who I am too. And to get in there, and he's like, oh gosh, you know, they invited me back after the first day. Maybe I'm in here. So
I'm safe.
Safe. Yeah. So I said, you did let the new people know about me, right? You gave them their disclaimer. We have Sissy in the front office, and you have to go through Sissy's office to get to my office, which is amazing, because she's the sweetest person ever. Sissy, amazing. And they kind of get to meet her first before they have to ease into, seeing me. So it works out. So
There needs to be like a disclaimer on your door.
yes.
But then what maybe Greg and Liz need to do is write a description about each person that works at the Salvation Army to give to the new lieutenants, so they're prepared.
Yes. Yes.
Be
For
prepared.
sure.
So, new lieutenants, volunteer and leadership recognition dinner, and it's open to the public at 7:30.
7:30.
Perfect.
Which that's going to be kind of like an open house vibe to it. So we're going to have cake and punch.
Nice.
And then Greg and Liz will be about to
Yep.
talk to people. We also have done so much change in the building itself since October, since I've been there, that we would like people to kind of just take note of the building when they're there. Like
Yeah.
when you come into the parking lot, I'm hoping to have some stuff done out front to make it look nice. If anybody has a bench they want to donate, I would love to have a bench out there.
Okay.
For keeps or to borrow. But just come in, and we've painted, we've changed we took the room that had the food pantry in it.
Yes.
We moved all of that, and there was tons of stuff. So they painted, and they put shelving up, and now the gymnasium is open again, which hasn't been open for a while, and Mary has that for her after school program now open
Nice.
for them, and the main office has a new makeover, and
I'm
I'm
looking forward to this now.
Yeah, I'm kind of a decorator and like an organizer. So
Like you said, you're the mom. We
yeah,
talked
so
about this
I've
before the show.
mommed myself all over that place. I said, I don't think there's a closet, cubby hole,
That
crawl
you-
space that I haven't been in. And Greg's like, oh, have you been down in the basement yet? I'm like, there's a basement? He's like, yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a basement.
There's not.
Okay, I was
That's
like,
just
wait,
Greg
what?
giving me a hard time. So
To give you that little mini heart attack.
I know. I'm like, where's the basement? How
Now I have to
been in
get
the
started
basement
on
yet?
this.
So,
So I'm looking forward. Hopefully they did get my email that we are attending. So I'll double check that. But yes, I'm glad that I was very happy to receive that in the mail. That
Yes.
made me very happy.
I knew they were sending that to you. I was glad you got it. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Just smile and say
Because
yes.
I don't know who their connections have been yet, because I'm still fairly new here. So
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know that will be a good time, and they're two fun, loving
yes.
family, so they're going to be obviously a heyday.
And this was their first, like, I don't know what they, like, mission. I'm still learning all the lingo for,
Okay.
for everything, but this was their first placement.
Okay.
So I think they did amazing
Yeah.
for coming in, and this is their first. They were learning. They were babies,
For being their first one, they have definitely made their mark through Muscatine.
Yes, and I want to make sure that I tell them that, Greg, like Greg says, he says, I trust that my employees will do their job. I don't need to be around to do their job for them. I trust that they're going to do their job, so I let him go. I don't, he doesn't micromanage. He doesn't. He's there for support if we need it. A phone call, a text away. If we can't get a hold of him, we'll get a hold of Liz, and she'll get a hold of him. Because he's fast. He's fast. I learned that if you need him, you grab him in the moment that you see him, because he may not be around long.
Yep.
Like, he's zoom. So
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
So we talked about the National Day being National Weed Your Garden Day. And I want to make sure that the stays closed. So we are doing What's in the Box, sponsored by Toyota of Muscatine. And I'm going to have you do this. I'm going to open this for the audience to see, maybe.
Looks sketchy.
It won't bite you, I promise.
Okay.
So you're going to put your hand.
Can I bite it? What is it?
Don't ask me.
Do I stick my hand in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
stick both of your hands in there and then try and guess what it is.
Oh, both hands. Gosh, this might work. Sorry. It's a glove. It's a garden glove, I bet.
You got it. It's a garden glove.
Hey! Yay! Do I get to keep these?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
you just took them off the shelf from here, didn't you?
I have no idea.
For borrows.
I didn't take
for
them.
borrows. Yeah.
Garden gloves.
Oh, Cat from Cat too.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
What was this? Aisle 11. Aisle 11. So if you need
Put them
your
back. We're putting them back. Just
I
borrowed
promise.
them.
So, get your garden on. It's perfect weather-ish. It really does look like it's gonna rain though. I'm okay if it rains. I need some.
Kind of like over the rain a little bit.
I just need a little sprinkle. Just a little.
I don't think it works like that though.
I know it doesn't. It never does. It did actually on Saturday. There was a little sprinkle, just casually. It was very nice.
I was so busy this weekend. So busy, I don't even know what happened Saturday. If it rained or if it didn't rain. Literally, I'm going on 2 hours sleep
Girl,
today. Yes.
get a nap in today. Goodness
No time, no
gracious.
time.
So, volunteer and leadership recognition dinner is this Thursday at 7:30. It's open to the public. So please come show your support for Greg and Liz and Bock and their family, giving a nice little kickoff to say goodbye and that we're going to miss them.
And maybe the new lieutenants will be there. Maybe we can meet them.
Hopefully, I'd love to meet them.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You're fun.
Aw.
We're going to be staying warm on December 23rd when my husband does fitness for donations, and we are going to stay nice and warm in the kettle.
I'm going to deck that kettle out. I'm going to have house plants in there and everything. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
And December 23rd, you're going to have house plants.
Hey, I got Greg a plant when he was out here. They had a little, it was like a little Christmas tree plant thing.
Oh, okay, a little Christmas tree
I'm
plant.
like, he had to. I mean, that's what I do.
When I think house plants, I think like the long herb, the vines.
We can do that if we have heaters in there. We can totally pull that off.
Just have them like around the edge of the kettle.
Yep. Twinkle lights. Hung.
We'll add some
For sure.
some Christmas lights through it
Yep.
too. We just need a giant. We'll find like a little tree and just put it right in the center.
Do you think I'm not onto this? I have this covered.
It's gonna take
Totally.
It's gonna take a lot of room up though.
That's all right.
That's fine.
That
Well,
kettle's big. I didn't
yeah.
even know like
Yeah,
there's,
you
like
can
an
actually
inside the kettle.
Yes, you can actually like go
Yes.
down in there and hibernate. So there's a lot. So we're already preparing for the December red kettle. I mean, it's June and we're preparing. So remember, go purple for Alzheimer's and brain awareness. If you would like to have the driveway muskie M, contact gomuskiepalms@gmail.com.
Something if they don't have a driveway but they want to participate in that, they can put an M in our parking lot at
There we go. I like
the
that.
Salvation Army.
If you want to donate $35 to the Muskies and put it at the Salvation Army, they would love that. You can put multiple, probably one at each parking spot.
That would be awesome because we're having a bunch of people there Thursday.
And Thursday. So
Yeah,
if you'd like
that
to
would be
do
cool.
that, that's a good way to do it. If you don't want it in yours, but Salvation Army would like one. So $35. gomuskiepalms@gmail.com. Remember, Lip Sync Battle is at the Brew June 14th at 5 o'clock. Free event. If you don't want to battle, support and cheer. And also portions of the sales from Mississippi Brew will also go to the YMCA youth and teen programs. So a lot's going on during this week. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
on.
for having me.
Remember, weed your garden and stay hydrated today. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you later, Muscatine. Goodbye.
Bye.
We've all been through a lot together, and along the way, you'll find out who really cares for you and who you can trust. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in life, like those days when the amazing happens, or those days that are really, really hard. That's why you need someone like Unity Point Health. Because when it comes to your health, you gotta have someone you can trust. Unity